We're gonna we might be live. I pressed the live button again. So
Okay.
just give it. I'm gonna give it 5 seconds. And if you want to, I mean, if well, I was gonna say you can try it on your end, but yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Hey, how's it going?
Technology
Is it
stinks.
fixed? No. Scott, you're doing great, sweetie.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I was talking to you.
Oh, wait. Who are you talking to? Is that
I was.
Courtney?
It was.
Dude, is Courtney gonna be a guest on the gonna be like a get have a guest appearance with the guest?
She might if she's lucky enough, she might.
Ah, dude, it
Do you
is.
want to have it on YouTube for the whole world to see?
Are you recording already?
We're getting it set up. All right, Scott, we're doing great.
We are not. We're live according to stage 10, but we are not live according to YouTube. I don't know what's up. All right, this is annoying. Ah, why is it so annoying?
Yeah,
Is that what you're recording on?
that's like where we're talking to each other. Is
Oh.
that okay?
Yeah, I was just. That was working.
All right, Scott, what are we what are we doing here?
Patrick, I think I got it.
Okay.
It's not coming up on my app, but I'm gonna email this to me and then send it to the group. But we have been live for about 2 minutes now, and it's gonna be. This is the
All right.
greatest 2 minutes that this world will ever witness. Okay. Hey, but you know what? This is what's fun. You never know what to expect. So as soon as I'm emailing this to myself now, that way I can pull it up on my phone, and that way I can put it in the Discord. All right.
Okay.
And then the rest of the world can watch, aka 10 other people.
It's a good crowd.
The most important people in the world.
I'm on our YouTube channel right now, and I don't see that we're live anywhere.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I've had difficulties. However, when I go to stage 10 and I click what I have on live, it says we've been live. So we're gonna try it out. So I'm sending it in the Discord now, and then we can both try the link and make sure it works.
Okay.
All right. So copy link. All right.
Okay.
Do you want to click that link and make sure it works?
Yeah. Yeah, it works.
Sweet. All right, people
works.
can join. Oh.
There you go.
All right, and we're live. For everybody out there listening, Patrick wanted WAP to be his intro song. Unfortunately, due to these weird technical difficulties, we were not able to have WAP as the intro to introduce Patrick, but an introduction is still needed.
Can you sing it?
I cannot do a WAP Cardi B.
Fair enough.
I'm a little disappointed in myself, Patrick, because if I could, I would.
Okay.
But I can definitely give you like a hallelujah.
All right, that'll get us for sure. Go ahead.
Well, I'd also like to make it clear to to the millions of people watching, if they were expecting Kyle Yunt, the chemistry teacher from Fort Zumwalt South, please exit this now.
Yeah,
Because
this
this
isn't for you.
is yeah, no, this is the real Mr. Yunt, the
Got that right.
the fantasy football team, Mr. Yunt. Patrick, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Had a little adventure getting this set up, but I'm happy to be here with the DCs.
That's what's up. I have to ask, have you been watching Deep Diving with the DCs all these episodes?
I don't watch it live, but I do watch the videos. Yeah,
Okay. This is a very important question. Do you watch the other shows also? Recorded
I
or
have,
live, either one.
but I do watch them. Yeah.
All right. I'm starting you off hot, Patrick. Rank them 1, 2, and
Okay.
3. Where we at? You will not hurt my feelings if I'm 3. I mean, I know I'm gonna be number 1, but rank them 1, 2, 3. Your honest opinion.
Okay. Okay. And this is totally not just because I'm on your show. You're number one.
Yes.
And then just for longevity, I got to go the Monday Nights with Ryan is number 2. And then Brendan can be number 3. That show stinks.
Was something said in episode 1 that didn't you weren't fond of?
No, just a lame show.
Hey, that's what's up. I hope Brendan's listening live. That is great to hear. I like it, and I appreciate the respect for the show being number 1. Um,
So totally wouldn't got asked that on a different show. So
I expect it. Yeah, I expect to be number 1 if or when you're invited to the other shows. Patrick, the league wants to know what you're up to. When I think I did this for Johnny too. I told some people having Johnny on the show, and it's like, what's up with Johnny? Like, what's going on? You just started a new job recently. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that and what you're doing in your free time? What's going on with the fam? What are you up to?
yeah. I mean, it's been about almost 3.5 months now since I started at Stiefel, but yeah, I'm at Stiefel. No longer in the downtown office. They have like a satellite office in Earth City that they put me at just for spacing issues. So it saves me like 25 minutes on the drive each day. So pretty happy with that. As far as other big changes, Courtney and I did move in together, so pretty exciting stuff. Still getting used to that. We're about 2.5 weeks in, and still kind of weird, but hey, we're getting there. But yeah, other than that, family's good. Celebrating my brother's birthday tomorrow. Just looking forward to fantasy football championship in 2021.
There's a lot of things there, Patrick. All right, this is all great stuff. First of all, congratulations to you and Courtney. That is awesome to hear. And
You hear that? She gave a thumbs up.
that's what's up. And hey, 2.5 weeks in, you guys are still living together. You haven't killed each other yet. That's great news.
Yeah, we're not yet.
And that's great. So with you being in Earth City, that sounds cool in terms of the drive, but you're not with John Smith. That's a little
I'm
sad.
not. You're not the same building. Even when we were on different floors. So I never really saw him anyway, except for the one day he did take me out to lunch. We went to Sugar Fire together, and that was a lot of fun. Love Mr. Smith. Always a good time and good conversation with him. But yeah, unfortunately, I will not be seeing him probably anytime soon.
Oh, that's a struggle. But yeah, no, shout out to Mr. Smith. I don't know
I know
what
you're
happened.
watching, Mr.
Oh, for sure. I know he's watching. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to his son. He didn't turn out a good son, but the rest of the
Can't win.
family is good. But that's good to hear, P. And but why don't you tell us about some vacations? All right, you had a birthday recently, less than a
Yeah.
month ago, and then you went somewhere. I remember seeing on Facebook, but I feel bad. I don't remember where you went. Where did you go?
No, okay. So me and my family and Courtney, we all went to Florida. We were actually originally supposed to go to Gulf Shores, Alabama. But actually, like 2 days before we were supposed to go, like that's when Hurricane Sally, I believe,
Mm,
yeah, Hurricane Sally like wiped out the whole city.
mhm.
So in 2 days, we kind of like just like had to piece together going to a whole different place that didn't get hit. So we picked Florida, and that was on the Atlantic Ocean side, so that was totally safe. Stayed in a city called Palm Coast. It's real close to St. Augustine, if you know where that is, and if you don't, it's
Okay.
an hour south of Jacksonville.
Okay.
But yeah, just a beach vacation. And one day we went to Orlando to go to Universal, go to Harry Potter World, personal favorite of mine. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's what's up. Now, was that during your birthday or after?
It was actually before.
It's
Courtney
before.
put it later. It was like right at the end of September.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I've been to Universal once, and it was a long time ago. It was actually when Harry Potter World was being built. So I have not been
Yeah.
back since it opened. It's very, very sad, but I'd like to go back, just to
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
if you're a Harry Potter fan, that it's pretty spectacular.
Sweet. Yeah, I hear butterbeer. I know Johnny's talked about. I've talked about it with Johnny before. And it's got like the butterbeer stuff, and yeah, it
Oh
just
yeah,
sounds
but
good.
yeah.
What is okay? All right, I'm a big Harry Potter fan too. What is your favorite movie or book? But either one.
Yeah, it's actually funny you say that. Me and Courtney actually had a Harry Potter marathon a couple weeks ago when we first moved in. We watched like all 8 movies in like 5 days.
Yes.
So it's still fresh in the mind. Just as far as the quality of the movie, it's Deathly Hallows Part Two. That movie itself is really well done. But probably my favorite, the one I've seen the most, is probably just like anybody else, Goblet of Fire.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have a clear cut top three. It's order
Let's
the
hear it.
but okay, but not in this order, but just these three are above the other five. I'm not sure which order though. Order the Phoenix, Half Blood Prince, and then part two of Deathly Hallows. Those are my three
Okay,
favorite.
I like it. I like it.
Um, because Order the Phoenix, the end of it is probably my favorite when Sirius and the rest of the Order come rescue the students from all the death. And then when Sirius dies, that's super depressing. But then Dumbledore comes, and it's so epic.
Yeah.
Um, and the Half
It is.
Blood Prince.
Did you cry?
Dude, I bet I was crying when reading the book and maybe seeing the movie for the first time. I mean, it still gives me goosebumps. I still get goosebumps watching it.
For sure.
Um, Half Blood Prince, I think, is a well done movie. Now, I could tell you, I lost my mind when I read the. I remember reading the books and when Dumbledore was killed, like that. That may have been the most traumatic moment of my life. That I was so distraught.
Yeah.
um, but Snape. Okay, would you agree? Have you ever met a better character, like a more well done character than Snape? Like the guy's just a boss.
Yeah. No. Yeah. J.K. Rowling really did him well with how she kind of wrapped his character arc. That's for sure.
Unfortunately, we have this comment in the group in the chat from Austin saying Lord of the Rings is better. What do you have to say about
Okay.
that?
Yeah, I really love Lord of the Rings world at Universal.
Yeah, I agree. It's I guess the three that always come up: Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter is number one. It's a tough number two. It could go either way, but I'd probably say Star Wars. And then Lord of the Rings would be third. Would you agree with that, or would you switch two and three?
Personally, yes. Personally.
Yeah. No, good stuff. Yeah, sorry, Austin. Lord of the Rings it's all right. I mean, they're just. But here's my beef with Lord of the Rings. Like, I love the Fellowship. Okay, so like 50% of the movies are fine. I like Legolas. I like Gandalf. Um, but Sam and Frodo and Smeagol, like I'm just not into it. There's nothing like that like draws me to them.
Yeah.
I
No, I feel
guess.
you there.
Yeah, so it's a little disappointing. Um, all right. Well, hey, that's what's up. Not even expecting this Harry Potter talk, but I like Harry Potter. And then what was there anything else from like okay, good deal. No, that's great. So Stiefel's going well, moved in. I did not know that. But so awesome. Patrick, the first thing I wanna let you know in regards to our agenda here. One of the things I really respect about your team is the fact that your team name has stayed consistent from year one. Um, it is very disappointing to me when I hear team names get criticized, but I have an immense amount of respect for those who have stayed consistent from year one. Why don't you tell the league why you have stuck to that name and how you got your name? Like why did you choose Mr. Young?
Sure. Yeah. So Mr. Young's class is kind of where I met most of you guys and where I kind of became friends with all you guys. And that was the first year. I remember we did a fantasy football like league, and then after that we did the dynasty league. So at the time, like Mr. Young kind of like is what I'm with a lot of people. So it just kind of felt like a natural like, oh, this is kind of funny. I'll just name it our chemistry teacher's name. Going on 6 years now. Did not think the name would last as long as it did. Um, you can only have a grown man's name as your fantasy team for only a little bit longer. Name changes probably got to come sooner or later. Especially if we're going to start doing apparel and stuff. I don't want us to have Mr. Young's name on the front of my hoodie. So name change is probably coming up sooner rather than later. But hey, we'll write it out. Hopefully, Mr. Yunt is proud of the history of the franchise.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have you seen Mr. Young? Do you remember when we saw Mr. Young at the Cardinal game?
Yes, I do. I still can't believe it. Like 2 rows in front of us. It was nuts.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Have you seen him since then?
Absolutely not.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like we got to check up on Mr. Young. I don't know. I hope he's doing well. Do you know any of his kids' names? How the triplets are doing? Right?
I looked him up on Facebook not too long ago, but he's like private to where he doesn't really show much. So unfortunately, I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm okay with not knowing. That's a little too personal for me, but hey, more power to him.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's good stuff. I appreciate the Mr. Yunt in our league. It's very very iconic. Just
Yeah,
just a big love hate relationship with the actual guy. I suppose his class was something else.
that's fair. That's fair.
No, good stuff. Pete, have you been following the Krispy Kremer's betting lines? Have you made any bets?
So I haven't. I have been following the lines. Fantasy football. So I'll start over. So I bet on sports like on my own kind of time. Like I've got my own little sports betting thing I do. And And when he told us that he was going to start doing it, I did get really excited. Until I realized that betting on fantasy football is hard enough. So I wanted to give it a little bit of time. I kind of wanted to see what lines he was going to set, just to kind of see what was going to go on. I will be, Chris, if you're listening, you're probably not. That's fine. I will be betting on this soon. I just kind of wanted to get a good judge for what the lines were going to be and what the over-unders were going to be. So it's coming. But yes, I have been following.
Nice. Yeah. Did you? I guess Chris announced the winner of the pick'ems. I get on that. How far off were you to the pick'ems? Were you sending those in or no?
Well, I haven't used it yet. No.
Okay.
Like I said, I wanted to wait a little bit just to kind of get a good feel for it, but I will be soon.
Well, so okay, I had no idea that you bet on sports on your own time. Like, what do you bet? Baseball, football, or?
Oh yeah, I tried doing the baseball thing. It's just too volatile and it's too big of a crapshoot to really get at least for me. Like I don't know. I overthink it too much. But football every single week I do. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. What do you do? The just like straight pick'ems, or do you do parlays or lines?
Both actually. Yeah. So
Okay.
I do like if I'm not sit down and watch a full game, I'll do that's one under that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But each Sunday I do a 5 or 6 team parlay.
Sweet. Okay. How have you been successful, or even up a little, down a little?
Yeah, it's been hit or miss. Right now, I'm in a little bit of a hitter. Had a nice little parlay hit, not this last week, but the past one that put me up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's probably all evened out in the long run.
Sweet. Okay, that's cool. That's good stuff. Yeah, I know. AB. I think AB might have similar stories as you. I know he used to bet baseball like 2 years ago, and I think I remember him saying it was very volatile as well, and I don't think he does that anymore. So that's interesting. Yeah. Well, nice. Yeah. With me, I'm up $25 on Chris. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I've made 25 on this league. Happy about that.
That's pretty good.
Here's the deal, Patrick. Speaking of Chris, you play Chris this week, sir. And you seem like a perfect candidate to fall victim to Chris's witchcraft that has been half year long, and it is so frustrating. I mean, Chris is probably going to put up another classic Krispy Kremer's 115 points. Patrick, I don't see you getting to 115 points. You don't have a quarterback anymore, do you? I mean, you're out correct. Stafford now.
No, you're correct.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be a struggle.
Patrick, let me tell you something. I saw Stafford went on the COVID list, okay? And whoa, time out. Did my screen, what happened to my screen? All right.
You good?
What am my presentation? Okay, I don't know. On my deep diving with the DC presentation went blank for a second. Okay. I was going to pick up Chase Daniel. This was my honest to truth strategy here. I was going to pick up Chase Daniel, and I was going to trade him to you, Patrick, for like a 2092 fourth round pick. Okay. Like
respectable.
Yeah, I don't even care. I mean, or you could have given me your worst player that you were gonna drop anyway, just so you can have some sort of fighting chance against Chris. But here's the problem: someone picked him up, and who else but Alex Boydock? What a coincidence! And
it's that Boydock collusion.
Okay, Patrick, you said it. I was about to say it, but you said it first. I am beginning to think there is some serious Boydock collusion going on, and I am not liking it, and I'd like an investigation. I don't believe this is the first time something like this has happened, um, but I'm about tired of it. I mean, what were you a fan of Chris joining this league to have three Boydocks in?
Um, at the start of it, I was all for it, but something seems a little fishy. But we'll have to do a little investigation.
Here's the thing. Um, I just find it suspicious that the Beast and Johnny made a trade after I made a big trade with Shinwoo, and I think that that had an effect because if I beat Johnny, that affects the bet with Alex and I. Alex probably picked up Chase Daniel just to prevent me, like you getting him, and that would hurt Chris. It's like they're all just teaming up. It's they're never against each other, and it's frustrating.
No, it's not fair. It really isn't fair.
Ay ay ay. Oh well.
Next thing you know, we're going to get Mrs. Boydock in here playing.
I know, right? Yeah, and she's I don't know, who knows, she might be like maybe she's the mastermind of this collusion. She's like
She's the puppet master. Yeah,
yeah,
I
she's
like
just
it.
like directing all three Boydocks like on what to do and the moves to make.
I like it. I like the conspiracy theories. Let's keep that going.
Oh man. Patrick, let's get into your team. We're gonna get into the deep dive here. Before we do that, I brought some sunscreen. Do you need sunscreen for this?
I'm good. It's nighttime, so I'm all right.
Patrick, we're here, but I guess I meant because if we go deep into the ocean, I guess the sun's not going to affect it. But when you think of this league, so this is year 7. When you think of our 6.5 years in this league, when you think of Mr. Yunt in this dynasty league, what goes through your mind? What pops up?
I think the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Makes sense.
There's not much.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, I've been to the tip top. I've been a fumble away from winning a championship, and I've also been at the very low of the second worst record in the league, and obviously where I'm at now. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster.
It has been. I have your finishes written down here. 2014, you did have a playoff appearance. I'm in 4th.
Yep.
And then 6th, and then 2 consecutive second place finishes.
Yep.
Highlighted by what you said, that infamous Stafford fumbled for you to lose by 0.6. Do you still have nightmares about that, Patrick? Does that haunt you at night?
You have no idea. You have no idea.
I feel like, I don't know. There's times you might be like screaming in the middle of the night. Courtney might be concerned, and then you'll be like, "Oh, it's just from."
Listen up. You listening?
I'm listening.
We're good. She's got it.
Is that what?
Definitely.
She says yes for sure.
Yeah, 4 years later. I don't know if 4 years is enough time to fully recover from that. To be honest, but
I still can't believe it. If I'm being completely honest, I can't believe that happened.
sure, no. In all honesty, it is just kind of a 1 in a million. It seems like that situation. Now the following year you got blown out. Do you remember that one in the championship?
Was that when I second worst record? Got the second pick?
No, that
Or was it the year after?
No, that was a year after. So 2016 was the Stafford fumble.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah, 2017 you came in second again.
The Johnny, right?
It may have been Johnny or Ryan. I think it may have been Ryan, but you lost by like 55 in the championship, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, That one seemed like a struggle. And then you came in ninth the following year.
Yeah.
You kind of pulled an Austin there, to be honest. Like Austin went from
Yeah.
first to 10th. You went from second to ninth. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah. Hey man, I went for it. Didn't you know what? Didn't end up working out. I'm still paying the price today.
For sure. Well, let's get into some trades because then I want to
Okay.
talk to you about this this season and in the future. The first trade I want to go over with you is deemed the trade with the largest amount of assets in our history. So if we go ahead and pull this up,
Yeah.
get it up for everybody to see. All right. Now this is from way back in 2015. How much do you remember about this trade?
I mean, considering, some of those pieces are still on my team to this day, I remember it quite a bit.
Did you initiate this trade or was this Johnny?
Oh, you and I both know it was Johnny.
Yeah, that's probably a bad question. But no, you're very right about that with Stafford and Hilton and Winston. Although, has Winston been on your team since then? That entire time?
I thought so. I may have traded him away just to get him right back, but I mean, he's been on my team since his rookie year.
Okay, no, fair enough. All right, very good. That is big. Stafford, Hilton, and Winston all played significant roles, and Murray probably did for a while too. I'm not sure how long you had him.
Yeah, not long.
Okay, no, fair enough. Oh, do you think you won this trade or lost this trade or about even? What's your opinion on this one?
Do you know who Johnny took with that first round pick there by chance? Off the top of your head. If not, it's no big deal.
I do know a fellow named Paxton Lynch, the legend.
Yeah, I won that trade.
I gotta agree with you. Because so this is tough. I mean, probably more research is necessary to know.
Yeah.
Obviously none of these players are on Johnny's team anymore, which is not surprising. But what did he get for those players? I did not decide to do that research.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of Stafford, Hilton, and Winston, staples of your team, and kind of still are with Stafford and Hilton, even today. Like you said, with that first round pick being Paxton Lynch, and then that third round pick was Joe Williams. I think I would agree you won that trade. That pick that you received ended up being traded, but essentially that pick turned out to be David and Njoku.
Okay.
And Brendan took them, but I don't know. I mean, do you see yourself making a trade of that caliber again? That many players, that many assets?
No, absolutely. I would love to. I think trading is one of the more fun parts of doing a fantasy football league.
Mm-hmm.
It would depend with who and for who, but
Sure.
I would love to. Like the one you had last week with Shinwoo, that massive one. It was that's what it's all about.
Oh man, I don't want to get in a segue here, but Patrick, okay, I'll just say it real quick. Essentially, I did not want Amari Cooper in the deal. My plan was to get Dalvin Cook only, and then I was going to come to you about Will Fuller. That was going to be
interesting.
Yeah, that was going to be my plan. Is Will Fuller for trade?
I mean, he is, but he's a top 12 receiver in fantasy football, so
No, for sure. I can't trade for him anymore. I'm out of assets. I got nothing to trade. for a long time.
No, I'd say it worked out pretty well in your favor.
I hope so. I need Andy Dalton to throw the ball to Amari Cooper and for Dallas, this quarterback, whoever it is, to be competent.
Yep.
Because Dalvin will be fine, but it's Cooper. But yeah, just know that I never talked to you about it, but Will Fuller was in my sights at one point.
Fair enough.
Let's go to the next trade I want to bring up. Now this one, I'm hoping you're able to provide some background here, because I'd like to know your thoughts. So we got on September 5th of 2017, you received Ryan Tannehill. And you gave up a 4th-round pick and a 3rd-round pick that's turns out to be 6 years in the future at the time of the trade. But Patrick, what happened to Tannehill? I'm going to be honest, I don't remember Tannehill on your team, but what did you do with him? I couldn't find it in the sheet.
I was going to say the same exact thing. I don't remember that whatsoever.
Dang, you didn't trade him. So you must have dropped him, I guess. So you don't remember if you traded him or dropped him?
I truly have no idea.
Dang. See,
I don't remember that trade at all.
Okay, fair enough. But on the surface, like if you still had Tannehill, or if you got good value out of him for a year or two,
yeah.
I mean, that's a steal, in terms of what you gave up.
Yep.
I guess, however, I guess the but is he really wasn't great until last year.
Exactly.
Last year was kind of his coming out year. So I would have to imagine with Stafford and Winston, you probably didn't start Tannehill, but
yep.
I just found that curious. I was curious as to what happened with Tannehill.
Beats me.
Austin says he dropped him, I'm pretty sure. So Austin thinks you dropped him.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Let me, this is probably a good time just to, according to Chris, I don't know if he's kidding or not kidding, but one of Mr. Yunt's kids' names is Axel Ryder.
You gotta be kidding. That name is sweet.
That is a cool name.
That's a cool name.
Austin says he'll trade you CJ Beathard. If you're interested in CJ Beathard.
For a quarterback.
Brendan says he's going to race you to the bottom of the standings.
I'll see him there.
Yeah, that's about it. Interesting. Well, all right. Yeah, that's it. For keep the comments coming, questions if anybody has any. Good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, Patrick, we got 2 trades to go. 2 more trades I want to highlight, but these are 2 big trades that just happened recently this year. And I'm going to be honest, Patrick, this is not good news for you.
Okay.
These still fresh in your mind, I'd imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, with Shinwoo, you traded the 5th overall and the 17th overall in exchange for the 9th, 21st, next year's 3rd, and Zach Ertz. Now, who initiated that one? Were you looking to trade down, or was Shinwoo looking to trade up?
He was looking to trade up.
He was trading up. Okay. Now at that time, let's see, it would have been Burrow. Herbert would have just been taken.
Yep.
So
the 5th overall, he took Tua with that.
Yes. Were you okay? So were you not? Well, I guess question it. Were you not liking any of the players. I guess it didn't have to be Tua. Tua was probably not a consensus number 5 pick, but would you have picked Tua or would you have gone with someone else?
You mean looking at at my team at that time, I probably would have gone with one of the running backs. And there was I would have felt like that. I was okay with trading down because I thought some of those guys that I was still interested in would have been at 9. So I was okay with trading down, and I wanted, at the time I needed a tight end. I think my tight end on my team at that time was Gerald Everett, a backup tight end for the Rams. So I needed somebody, and I thought Zach Ertz was going to be good, and he still can be.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize Carson Wentz would forget how to play football, and third was favorite target. So what are you going to do?
Fair enough. Okay, so that trade itself, I don't have a problem with. Okay, and to be fair, I didn't have a problem with the trade with Brendan at him either, but this has not aged well. Because then you basically traded all of those assets, like all those 3 draft picks you got from Shinwoo, plus Landry for Dwayne Haskins and Aaron Jones. Now to me, correct me if I'm wrong, you needed a quarterback too, and Haskins young, hopefully like 10, 15 years of longevity. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
And it is not worked out. But hey, Aaron Jones has been productive for you. You plan on keeping him for a while?
Yep, he's my guy.
Okay, good deal. In hindsight, if you could redo it, would you have kept the 5th pick?
I mean, if I knew all what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Like Aaron, it all ended up with me getting Aaron Jones, and I think he's going to be a top 10 running back for many, many years. Mm-hmm. He is a little touchdown dependent. I'll give you that, but I think, I don't know, with Matt LaFleur's system, I think he's going to get the volume to be okay. But at the end of the day, I do need a quarterback pretty bad, clearly. If I was still there at 5, I would have gotten one. But hey, you know what? Maybe this next draft is the one for me.
For sure. Which is a good segue into drafts. I went through your draft history, Patrick, and relative to the league, your average. You've been an average drafter. So according to the index that was made, you're 5th out of 10, which solid overall.
Yeah.
But you really kicked some butt in 2019. Do you remember all the players you drafted in 2019?
That was the Josh Jacobs year, right?
Yeah.
And then I took Devo. Mm-hmm. I remember him. Oh, that was Madison too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. That was good 3 picks there.
And then Benny Snell as well.
Okay.
Which all for, I mean, Josh Jacobs is probably in a league of his own, but personally, I would be curious to see if Madison was given a full season to be a starter somewhere. I think he could be solid.
I agree. That's why I've been pretty. I've had a lot of inquiries about him, and I've been pretty reluctant to give him up because I agree with you. I think if he just gets an opportunity, he'd be a beast.
Well, hey Patrick, I do have Dalvin Cook, so I wouldn't mind having Alex Madison. To be honest.
Okay, we can talk. We can talk in the off season.
Fair enough. Good deal. Yeah, and with Debo, if he could just stay healthy, I mean, he's got to stay healthy. He was good when he played last year.
Yeah, I really like him as he's a pretty good receiver, but they also like to use him in the running game. So get a carry or two by the goal line. I think I like what Kyle Shanahan does with him.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, fair enough. And just to highlight some of your other picks, so what we call hits, one top 30 season for wide receivers and running backs. Sterling Shepard, who you got good production out of.
Yep.
Jeremy Langford was a one time hit. Evan Engram, you got good production out of, right? You had him for.
Yeah, a little underwhelming, but yeah.
And then Tyler Boyd's the big one. You did draft Tyler Boyd. Do you
Yeah.
remember drafting Boyd?
I do, yeah. I think Alex was upset with me that I drafted him too. I think he was looking at him. But yeah, no, I do remember that.
Yeah, he'd be nice to have it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd say so.
And then Jordan Howard was your other hit.
Yep.
Which is pretty successful. So you have only had 15 draft picks. Well, going into 2020, that excludes 2020.
Yeah.
Which is not a lot, but you made the most out of them. So I think overall your drafting according to our indices has been good. Your trades have maybe up until these recent two have been solid overall. So
Yeah.
And you've been productive. I mean, 2 second place finishes is about as good as it gets. I mean, not many people in this league have had that success. So
Yeah.
you've been good overall in this league. But Patrick, we gotta talk about this season.
Okay.
You are in an interesting spot. And I'd like to know if you're willing to share for this season. I mean, do you expect, or are you still trying to make an effort for the playoffs, or do you feel that's not realistic?
I mean, at this very moment, without a quarterback, let alone two, I think I'd be pretty naive to think, oh man, I can still go for it, unless I want to start giving up assets again, and I don't. I got to start getting younger. My team's a little old, so I got to start getting some young guys in there. Got to get release some of those guys here in the off season. But no, I know what this year is. I knew what it would be going into the season. A lot of stuff would have had to have gone right for me to be in playoff position. Yeah, it didn't end up going that way. But no, I know where I'll be at the end of the year, and I'll be fine with it.
Good deal. So in saying that, you mentioned you need to get younger. Is there anybody on the trade block you can put some plugs in there? Like, is there anybody you're looking to trade to accumulate some draft picks?
Anybody I'm looking to trade? I mean, I've always been any one of my team is available at any time for the right price. That being said, I don't want to trade anybody, but I will for the right price. So if you want somebody on my team, especially you playoff guys, get prepared to overpay for them because I don't want to lose them. But they're out there and they're available, especially guys like Allen Robinson, Will Fuller's out there. Scott, if you do want Madison, by all means, he's available, and even Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones are available for the right price.
Okay, very good. For me, trading with you, it'll probably have to wait till the off season.
Okay.
I'm gonna have if all goes according to my plan A, I'm probably gonna be making like at least 5 trades at a minimum. So I'll be asking a lot, but I'm gonna put this out here. You're the first to know, P. Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan, if you really wanna solidify your QB spot.
Okay.
Madison can be involved in that for sure,
Okay.
and more. But keep that in mind if Rogers
Yeah.
or Ryan will be on the block.
We can talk.
Good deal. Well, sweet. So yeah, that kind of leads into the future. So plans for the future. You talked. People would have to overpay. But you would want draft picks or young players. What more are you looking for?
Draft picks.
Draft picks.
I
Okay.
need young cheap guys.
Yeah. And would you be interested with your first round pick and probably taking a quarterback? I know there's a lot of people in this league that will be drafting a quarterback if possible. So
Yeah. I would. If the season ended right now, it's probably who I would look at, but it really just depends who's there and at the time. But that's who I would look at if the season ended right now.
good deal. Good deal. Yeah, Patrick, you're in such a weird spot in the standings. Because I have to think this year specifically, quarterbacks are going to be flying off the draft board.
Yeah.
So if we're thinking, Lawrence and Fields and that guy from North Dakota, they could be like three of the top four, but you're not in that range yet. So now on the other hand, in saying that, let's say there's a quarterback not available, maybe you get the best receiver or the best running back in the
Exactly.
draft. So and then hey, you meet your quarterback needs from me, right? You get Matt Ryan or something.
Exactly.
There it is, all worked out. Well, P, here's the main question. So wanted to we talked off air, or maybe we were on the air technically, like a minute in, that you're the guest, but the guest might have a guest, and we've already heard from this guest a little bit, but I do have a question for Courtney, if Courtney's available, or she can if she can hear me,
she can hear
answer.
you.
Okay,
She
all right,
can
that's
hear
what's
you.
up. Awesome. All right, yeah, I can hear her. Courtney, the league is wondering how much influence do you have over Patrick's team?
Absolutely none.
Do you know who's on my team?
No.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, I don't believe it, Courtney. Okay, but here's the thing: are you annoyed by Patrick talking about fantasy football or watching football? Are you supportive of his team in this league? What are your thoughts on the league?
I don't really pay too much attention to it. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Football is probably my least favorite sport to watch.
Keeper.
But otherwise, we don't really talk about football too much.
If we got merch, would you get some merch of my team?
Is it Mr. Yunt?
Mr.
Right?
Yunt, yeah.
I don't know if I'd wear Mr. Yunt on my shirt, but
I'll take that as a yes. Yeah, we got another sale here for merch.
Courtney, did you have Mr. Yunt?
no.
No.
So.
Dang, Courtney, you really missed out on a fun portion of life. Your life would be completely altered if you had Mr. Yunt as a chemistry teacher. He's just mesmerizing.
He was legendary. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, that's good stuff. So, but you're saying Patrick doesn't really talk about football or his team to you a lot? Is that what I'm hearing?
Not really. Like, he'll mention it, that he's like checking it, but other than that,
it would be a quick conversation if I ever brought it up. So I just choose not to.
Yeah.
Hey, I
don't know.
I respect that on both sides. That's good stuff. It sounds like you haven't like chucked the remote through and put a hole in the wall because of your fantasy team or anything like that, Patrick. So props to you on that.
respect.
That's what's up. Hey, this is the first time we've had two guests in one show. So this is a cool
Look at that.
cool appearance here.
We're making history. How about that?
I love it.
We have
Yeah.
literally thousands of people watching this.
I hope not.
Yeah, we have like 5. You're
Oh.
fine.
But this is the most popular show in the Gotham City Batman's YouTube channel. So
That is true.
I didn't know this was a thing until today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Patrick never said anything about it.
Oh,
So
Patrick.
he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in a YouTube video today," and that's all I knew.
Oh, Patrick, that's offensive. Oh my goodness. No, that's all right.
Should I start putting this on the TV each week for us to watch together?
Why not?
Okay. You
There
got
you
it.
go. Hey, no, this is good because
Well, I've never met any of them, so
Did you never meet him in high
I
school?
mean, maybe, but I don't really remember.
No.
Like, I mean, we were probably all in the same like club or something, but I don't know. I don't remember meeting Scott or anyone.
Well, there you go, Scott.
I can speak to that. So Courtney, I knew of you. Like, I guess I probably knew who you were. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of like actually meeting or having classes together, yeah, I don't think that happened. But how long have you guys been have been together now?
2.5 years.
Yeah.
2.5.
Okay, well, gosh darn it, 2.5 years. So that's a long time. But Patrick, why have we not met Courtney? Or I'll speak for myself. Maybe other people have. Why have we not hung out or whatever?
Well,
I'm offended.
we went from that's a good question. We went from being in school, and then there was a summer there where she lived in Kansas City for the whole summer, and then went back to school, and then she studied abroad for 4 months, and then she went back to school, and then she moved back home. But it's been during this pandemic, so haven't really gone anywhere or really seen too many people. So this hasn't really been an opportunity or chance to.
Sure. No, I do remember you mentioning the Greece experience. Courtney, what was your favorite part of Greece?
I don't know. There's too many. I guess the food. The food was really awesome, and it was super cheap. Like it was like
Okay.
$2 for a whole meal.
Okay.
So like you just
Wow.
use much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right.
Yeah. Just being able to travel so much. I got to see so many different countries, so that was like the best part.
Okay. Where else did you go? So while you were there, you were able to go to other countries. Where else did you go?
I went to Ireland, Germany, Italy, Spain. I'm trying to think. Do you remember anywhere?
I don't know where you went.
No. Oh, France.
Jesus.
I don't know. I hit it was 8 countries I went to.
Oh, you went to Czech too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I went to Czech Republic. I went to Amsterdam, and Switzerland.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
That's awesome.
I hit a lot of places.
Okay, now out of all those, what was your favorite?
I like Germany. I went to Oktoberfest there, and that was my favorite weekend by far.
Dang.
Real alcoholic over here.
No, it was just awesome. It was really cool.
Where in Germany?
We camped.
Is it?
It's in Munich.
Munich. Okay, I gotcha. That's cool. I mean, I've been to Europe too, but not most of those places. You'd say I have been to Amsterdam though. Did you like Amsterdam?
I liked Amsterdam. Yeah. I was only there for 2 days because I went with my sisters, but I liked it a lot. It was super pretty because it was the first time I had fall weather over there. Because in Greece it was basically just summer the whole time. So that was cool.
Yeah. What I think is cool is I believe it's the most biked city in the world. There's more bikes than people there. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if you experience this, but they are kind of rude on the bikes. I mean, they're not afraid to
Yeah.
run people over, whatever. But where I stayed, Brendan was there. Brendan was studying abroad in Sweden, and came and went to Amsterdam. And the place we stayed was like the same building connected to the Anne Frank house. So it
Oh,
was
really?
cool.
That's
So yeah,
super
we
cool.
went to and saw the Anne Frank Museum. So
Yeah.
that's super cool. Dang, that's an awesome experience though. And it's cool you do it while you're young. It definitely like a good bucket list thing.
Yeah,
Very
We
nice.
need to get Patrick over there to Europe.
I would love that.
You've never been to Europe, Patrick?
I've never been out of the country.
What? Whoa! Oh, dang! All right, yeah, you guys got to go somewhere. Like, that's what's up.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Is there a discussion going on? Like, where would you go? Would it be Europe or somewhere else?
Well, we're going to Mexico in May for like her family vacation, but for
Mhm.
like just me and her, yeah, we're going to go to Europe. I think it's going to be like our first big trip out of the country.
Yeah. I
Sweet.
don't know where you want to go. You want to go to Germany, right?
Well, check out Germany, yeah.
Yeah. I think he'd really like Ireland too.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
probably those two.
good stuff. All right. Well, nice. Well, that's good to hear. There's two. I got two more segments for you.
Okay.
P and
Hold on.
See ya. Thank you.
neither one. Yeah. See you, Courtney. Thanks for being
Bye.
on the greatest show ever. I hope you know, Courtney. You may not realize this now. Maybe neither one of you realize this, but this could be the highlight of your life. You know, being on Deep Diving with the DCs is quite the accomplishment. So
What is the DC stand for?
So his team name is the Dynasty Champions, so just DCs,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's topical because the election. You know what I mean?
I guess so. True. Well, I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
See you next week.
See you.
yeah, yeah. Well, Patrick, I mean, I can't speak for Ryan or Brendan, but I mean, you could be on the show. Although I don't know. I plan to have eight guests. I'm
Yeah.
excluding guests, but I don't know what the others have in mind. But I'm
Okay.
glad to have them. All right, Patrick. I know you're a Cardinal fan, and I need you to tell me I'm wrong about the Cardinals because I am super frustrated.
Okay.
Okay, like I don't know what they're. I know Austin feels the same way, and I think Brendan does too. What? Why is Colton Wong not going to be in a Cardinal uniform next year?
One word, and it's money.
Is that okay? Yes. Okay. That is the actual reason. But is that a good enough excuse for you?
I mean, I don't know, man. I guess I don't really know how it all works. Money, and he's a below average hitter on a team that doesn't have really many good hitters. He's not really solving our issues. Like, yes, he's probably one of the best defensive players in baseball, but like I don't know, like if you look at baseball as it is now, like they don't really value defense the same way they do offense. So do you really want to pay a guy $12.5 million to give you really good second base defense? Probably not. I personally would have liked him to see him stay, but I wasn't super upset when they declined his option. But that's just me.
Patrick, I think we disagree. That makes sense. However, yeah, look, the Cardinals just stunk offensively all year as a team, and it was frustrating. But Wong was not the problem. I might be botching this up, but I'm pretty sure he batted 270 and had like an on base percentage of 330. And I'm totally content with that. I don't think that's bad at all.
Okay, give me a second here. I'll pull up his stats.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think that was his. So yeah, so he hit 265. His on base is actually 350, but the thing with him is that his slugging is 326, giving him an OPS of 675. That's That's not good.
Sure.
Like league average for OPS is like 750.
Hmm.
So, and like I said, like you're in a league where people value doubles and home runs and all that stuff. So, like that's a lot of money to give to a guy that's not really giving you much offense.
Yeah, I hear you. You know, in terms of offense, I suppose that makes sense. But I think he's for Cardinals standards, he he was an above average hitter on the team, and no, now a 2-time Gold Glove winner. I mean, he can steal bases. He's fast. I felt like around at least next year, but like I think long term as well. But I hope it pays off. Um,
I agree. I agree. And you know, money sucks, but you know, after 2021 season's over, they're going to have a lot of money coming off the books with Carpenter and Fowler and
Mhm.
Andrew Miller and probably Carlos Martinez. So that's a lot of money that they're going to have free up all of a sudden. That they'll be all right. They'll get somebody.
Fair enough. Okay. No, I appreciate the deferring opinion because that makes sense. I know you're a big Cardinal fan. I'm gonna go to the chat real quick, just to address
Okay.
some of these. Ryan Ryan asked, "What did I do in Amsterdam? Any fun times?" And I'm going to this. This is a PG podcast, and I'm not gonna share anything super specific.
Okay.
Ryan. No, I'm kidding. Nothing really bad happened. But um, if you're are you familiar with what the red light district is?
I am familiar. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. We took a tour of that. Um, I mean, it was just a tour. Like it was like a legit guided tour. It's not like went in
Yeah.
to uh, any places, but it was interesting. Amsterdam's is a very different place. Very different. Um, but yeah, Ryan, stupid question. Okay. Um, Austin, our owner is the third richest owner in baseball. No way he can't afford 12 and a half. Who are we going to play at second? Um, I guess Tommy Edmonds, the second baseman, you think?
Yeah. Tommy at second, Carpenter at third.
Yeah. Good stuff. All
I
right.
don't agree with it for what it's worth. I don't agree with it, but that's what it's going to be.
Sure. I mean, there's already look like with Yachty and Wayno, um, there's money. I mean, there's money saved right there. Obviously, for nostalgic reasons, and they're still productive. They were productive this last season, but it makes sense. I would not have been upset. I will not be upset, um, if or when they leave. But I think if you're trying to win, I think Wong is a winning player. So that's like Yachty and Wayno leaving, so be it. Um, but if they bring back Yachty and Wayno and not Wong, like I don't see that as a winning move. So it's kind of curious.
Yeah, no, they're in a weird spot right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, hopefully it works out. Um, P. Now, if you're familiar with this show, we always end this show on some like rapid fire questions. And
Yeah.
we've always had like a big topic of food. So I have an 8 place bracket for you.
Oh, okay.
So the way this will work is okay. So obviously got 8 different sandwich places. So this is we got sandwiches going on here.
Okay.
So I'll give you this versus that, and then you pick your favorite, the winner, and that one will move on until we find a champion.
Okay.
All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, we're gonna start off hot. Okay, you have your choice of Subway or Penn Station. Which one are you going?
Penn Station.
That's what's up. What do you get at Penn Station?
I'm a Philly cheese guy.
Okay, solid. Teriyaki chicken.
Ooh, there we go. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and their fries, lemonade. It's just good. It's good as it gets. All right, we got Mr. Good Sense
Oh man.
or Picklemans.
Ooh, Pickleman's is good too. I'm gonna go Mr. Good Sense.
Okay, good deal.
Just for the sheer fact that I've had it more.
That's interesting. I don't think I've had Mr. Good Sense more than like once in my life, to be honest.
Really?
Where is it? I don't even. Is there Mr. Good Sense near O'Fallon? Like I don't even
Yeah, I
know.
think there's actually one by West High, which is where I'm at right now. Yeah, it's
Oh.
actually on Bryan Road.
No way.
Right by 7. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is that where your apartment? So your apartment's off of Bryan?
Well, we're actually in a house. It's
Oh.
a unique situation.
Oh.
Courtney's grandparents were snowbirds. So like during like the winter and spring and fall and all that, they actually moved down to Florida to live there. So they said, "Hey, do you guys want to live in this house for 7 months for free?" Yes, please. We will gladly do that. So we're living here for now, and then when they come back, we're gonna get a place of our own.
Well, that sounds like a deal that cannot be beat. Holy shit. Yeah, that's
No,
amazing.
yeah, it's pretty nice. We like they live on the Falls Golf Course right across from West High.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of where Brendan was too, but it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Like looking like the 16th tee is right outside this door right here.
Okay.
That's pretty sweet.
So are you in Turtle Creek? That's where Brendan is?
Yeah, Turtle Creek. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, dang. Brendan, what's the name of your street? This is bad. Cypress? What's the name of the road? Is it Cypress? Brendan, no, I don't know. Never mind. You're probably close to Brendan. Maybe you're a few houses away from Brendan. Who knows?
I'm on a street called what is it, Courtney? Crooked Stick. Crooked Stick.
Okay.
It's the neighborhood or the street right across the street from West High. If you know where that is, Brendan, or anybody.
Okay. Cool stuff. I think Brendan's name is Cypress Point. Maybe that's my grandma's.
Okay.
But I think it's Brendan. Okay. Cool stuff. Okay. Anyway, back to the sandwich tournament here.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Firehouse subs or Potbelly sandwiches.
I've never had Potbelly, so this is kind of tough. But I'll say Firehouse just because I've never had Potbelly.
All right. I compare Potbelly kind of like to like a Pickleman's, I guess. That style.
Okay.
Okay, last one till we get to the semis. Okay, we got Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's.
I have this opinion about Jimmy John's. It's not very popular, but I don't think it's very great. So with that, I'll go Jersey Mike's. I like me some Jersey Mike's.
Patrick, I gotta be honest with you. I have not disagreed with you yet on any of these selections.
Love it. I love it.
And I do share the same opinion as you on Jimmy John's. All right. Well, that brings us to the semis. Okay. We got Penn Station versus Mr. Good Sense. All right. That's a definitive answer there. All right. Firehouse.
Yeah, I really like East Coast kind of subs, that kind of thing.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Which is why I'm going to go with Jersey next for the next one too.
All right. And I still do not disagree with you. Penn Station and Jersey Mike's. Now the problem with both of them is they're a little pricier relative to other
Yeah,
places.
they are. They are.
But who's the champion, Patrick?
I'm gonna go. Oh man, I'm gonna go Penn Station.
Ding, ding, ding. Penn Station, sandwich champion. Very nice.
Sandwich champ. Yep.
The Philly cheese. Now, do you get the Philly cheesesteak at Jersey Mike's as well?
I do. Yep.
Yeah, I've never had that there. Have you ever at Jersey Mike's? Have you ever gotten the big one? I mean, their large sandwich is very large. It's like I don't even know how
No,
many.
I've never. I got it once, dude. I couldn't eat it in one sitting, but yeah, I've gotten it before.
It's that's a struggle there. The very first, probably like the first 5 times I went to Jersey Mike's was in Columbia with Johnny, probably so back in the Mizzou
There you
days.
go.
That's my intro to Jersey Mike's. So Johnny, I know Johnny likes Jersey Mike's as well. I had Chris in the chat coming in clutch with the Piscettis. Have you ever been to Piscettis, Patrick?
I have, and that was actually one of Courtney's favorite restaurants. That's sadly closed down, but
Chris used to work there. I love Piscettis, but I don't remember, to be honest. But their pasta is great. Best garlic bread I've ever had. I love their garlic bread.
That's facts. That's facts.
And their cinnamon bread too, like their garlic bread / cinnamon bread was great.
Yeah.
Been nice. Oh, CB. Okay, CB says he served Courtney's family many times.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
That's awesome. Good deal. All right. Well, Patrick, I feel like we talked about more non-fantasy football related stuff than football, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all.
I love it. I love it. We're a diverse group.
Yes, for sure. Is there any last thoughts? Any plugs, promos? You gotta announce.
No plugs or promos except for a warning for the league. 2021, you guys better be ready. I'm coming.
All right. Oh man. All right. Look out, Mr. Yunts. Imagine waking up to the Mr. Yunts just beating you down in fantasy football. That is a scary thought. That is scary.
I'm gonna get a mask made of his face, and I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wake up, knocking your door at 6 a.m. saying it's time, baby. You're about to get yunted.
Getting yunted sounds worse than getting Krispy Kremed.
I agree. Krispy Kreme's great.
That's a traumatizing experience. Well, real quick, I did say I'd get one promo in there. Tune in tomorrow night to the Heroes Hot Seat with the guest of Mike, Vic, and a Box will be on the hot seat. So, League, tune into that. Austin, looking forward to hearing from you. But just know that
yes, I can't wait to hear from Austin. I couldn't really care for the host, but it'll be good to hear from Austin.
Dig, Patrick and Brendan Patrick's got some beef with Brendan. I like it. That's awesome. Okay. Pete, it was awesome talking to you. Next time it should be in person. I hope we need I know the Beasts were wanted to get the whole league together one Sunday to watch some football. So hopefully that happens at some point. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Get me out of here. I'm all for it.
I'm sure Courtney enjoys hearing that.
She gave a thumbs up. She was all for it.
Oh my god.
Nice. All right. Well, Patrick, thanks for being on the show. Good luck the rest of this season. And